Radio Lewes. Local webcasting for a worldwide audience.
Animals. Animals go. Yeah, that's right. Animals, they're all over music, they're all over pop music and everything. They dance, they do the twist, they do the holly gully, whatever that is. Anyway, let's find out all about animals in an educational, styly way. And first of all, we'll take a run to the jungle. Yeah, well, jungle went a bit psychedelic at the end there. Not that I mind. That sort of thing is fine with me. Animals in jungles, like apes, going ape. Here's Nirvana. There, that's Kurt Nirvana with his band Cobain. That's just marvellous, and it's Out of the Sky, but also Animals in the Sky. When I was a kid, it gets confusing, because when I was a kid, for me, it's the way we were taught. Animals were like, four-leg, run along. And as H.G. Wells said, two-leg good, four-leg bad. That I always remember. But nowadays, the animal kingdom has been increased to include insects and fish and birds. So that's when we speak of animals, and I am speaking of animals, then we deal with the entirety of it, which includes a butterfly. For those of you taking notes, that was the great British composer Jocelyn Pook. You've probably never heard of her, but she's by far and away the single best composer working in film and television today. I adore the woman's music. Never met her, but I bet she's very nice. Anyway, back to animals and algorithms. What have algorithms got? Well, I look at YouTube a lot for the show. Obviously, I'm trying to find stuff that's slightly off and slightly unusual, or different versions of, or whatever. And the people who program the algorithm at YouTube try and keep up with me, which is very difficult because I look at all sorts of stuff and the algorithm gets very confused and it recommends me things because I've watched something else. Anyway, got this one right. This is a guy called Dorondo, and his nickname is the Wolf. And he looks like a mean son of a bitch, I gotta say that. And his music's somewhere like Al Green's Twisted Brother-in-Law. Check it out.
For a little while. Wanna tell you about an old man I know. He was cool, he was fast. He had a game that couldn't last. Talking about Superfly was cool. My name, and I felt so good it was a doggone shame. Then the weather changed. The people got cold. The old man, he just took his time and be slow. Then I heard him say, "Daddy, won't you blow your horn? It feels so good. Leave me alone. Dad, won't you call my name? I feel so good. Dad, it's a doggone shame." When I didn't have a dime, but the old man, he helped me out. He said, "Son, don't waste your time, man." And then I heard him say, "Please get your gun. Don't try to mess around. Take your thing and blow." I've been getting down for years, and I know that I know good a woman, she can't tell you so. Feel alright, feel mighty good tonight. If it wasn't for you, been by the Sunday school. There. Oh Lord, can you? Been good to you, I've been good to you, babe. I've been nice to you, I've been good to you. Yeah, I feel like I can rock all night long. I feel like I can sing, but oh Lord. Oh, babe, sing, babe. And I feel good, I feel alright. Oh, baby, loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you. Yeah, babe.
There you go. That's the wolf. And that's not the last time we're going to hear him on this show. I can tell you that for nothing. So if you don't like him, well, something for you not to look forward to. But a thing to look forward to is a crawdad, which is kind of like a lobster out of a swamp, and tastes marvellous. Everybody's in America's just eating crawdads all the time. And so Jerry Lee Lewis is here, and he's going to take you to the crawdad hole. Hi, Jerry.
You get in line, I'll get a pole, baby. You get in line, I'll get a pole, baby. You get in line, I'll get a pole, and we'll go down and crawl that hole, honey, baby mine.
Wonderfully incomprehensible. No idea what the man's on about, but just adore Jerry Lee Lewis for his sheer vim, vigour and venom. That's 3 V's. Want some Spanish monkeys? Got 'em.
Passiamo noi e la gente ci guarda ed amico un po' ci chiamano i monkeys. Siamo meno matti di chi si crede più intelligente di noi che la pensiamo così. Comunque parliamo, non è giusto mai, c'è sempre qualcuno che ne sa più di noi. Ci chiamano i monkey, siamo meno matti di chi si crede più intelligente di noi che la pensiamo così.
Cats. Yeah, we got them. There's loads of them in pop music. They're all over. Cool cats, swinging cats, this cat, the other cat. Last cat that I had any doings with was Barry. So shout out to Barry the Persian Blue. I looked after him for about 4 months. Never was an animal more up itself. I mean, it was a beautiful looking thing, and it knew it. It was just outrageous. It loved itself, and everybody loved it, and it knew it. As soon as people out in the street, ladies would go, "Oh," and they go and strut, and Barry would be just like, "You know what? I don't care. I know I'm fabulous." Al Stewart is the man that Neil Tennant from the Pet Shop Boys took his whole style. I will say that. It's controversial. I know that. But this is the King Mob show, remember. I'd almost forgotten, what with all these other people turning up like Flunt Blick and, I don't know, Squeezer, Lord bloody Squeezer turning up. I'm hardly on the show anymore. But today I'm with you, and I'm going to give you a good old long blast of Al Stewart live, and it's a very good performance, playing Year of the Cat.
Strolling through the crowd like Peter Lorre contemplating a crime. She comes out of the sun in a silk dress, running like a watercolor in the rain. Don't bother asking for explanation, she'll just tell you that she came in the year of the cat. Time for questions as she locks up your arm and hers. You follow till your sense of which direction completely disappears. By the blue tile walls near the market stores, there's a hidden door she leads you to. These days, she says, I feel my life just like a river running through the year of the cat. She looks at you so coolly, her eyes they shine like the moon and the sea. She comes in incense and patchouli. You take her to find what's waiting inside the year of the cat.
We're leaving Al behind because it's all gone a bit Baker Street there. I like that track till the sax comes in. No offence to the sax player, and that was a style of music in the early 70s that people liked, but I don't. Sharks, dogs, there you go. Cats lead to dogs, dogs lead to sharks. Sharks recorded a song called Gone to the Dogs. I'm singing on it. Bloody marvellous in my opinion, one of my best performances. Here we go.
do to be loved that scare me the most.
There you go, I'm fading myself out. Set, the Egyptian god, the adversary as some call him, typified by a crocodile or an alligator, the beast of the waters. And here's Bill Haley.
See you later, alligator.
Well, I saw my baby walking with another man today. Well, I saw my baby walking with another man today. When I asked her what's the matter, this is what I heard her say. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Can't you see you're in my way now? Don't you know you cramp my style? When I thought of what she told me, nearly made me lose my head. When I thought of what she told me, nearly made me lose my head. But the next time that I saw her, reminded her of what she said. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Can't you see you're in my way now? Don't you know you cramp my style? She said, I'm sorry, pretty daddy. You know my love is just for you. She said, I'm sorry, pretty daddy. You know my love is just for you. Won't you say that you'll forgive me and say your love for me is true? I said, oh, wait a minute, gator. I know you mean it just for play. I said, wait a minute, gator. I know you mean it just for play. Don't you know you really hurt me? And this is what I have to say. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Can't you see you're in my way now? Don't you know you...
'Cause the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There were sands and hills and rings.
ocean is a desert with its life underground and the perfect disguise above. Under the cities lies a heart made of brown, but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
Not Crosby, Stills and Nash, as many think. That is America. Well, it's not America, the country. It's America, the band. Anyway, when I was a kid, we used to see dancing bears on most corners. I mean, it wasn't, it was cruel and everything. But they'd be there. There's a little man would have them on a sort of leash, and they'd be dancing about. If you believe that, you believe anything. And I don't know why the track isn't playing. It was one of those with a little gap on. Anyway, it's Alan Price.
I may go out tomorrow if I can borrow a coat to wear. Oh, I'd step out in style with my sincere smile and my dancing bear. Outrageous, allow me, courageous, charming. Oh, who would think a boy and bear could be well accepted everywhere? It's just amazing how fair people can be. Seeing at the nicest places where well-fed faces all stop to stare. Making the grandest entrances, Simon Smith and his dancing bear. They love us, won't they? They feed us, don't they? Oh, who would think a boy and bear could be well accepted everywhere? It's just amazing how fair people can be. Everywhere would be Simon Smith and his dancing bear. It's Simon Smith and the amazing dancing bear.
The sound of applause. God, I miss it. You don't get applause on the radio. I mean, I can play marvellous music. I can reel off a stream of unrelentingly funny gags. Nobody's clapping. Even if you're enjoying it at home, you won't be going, yeah, bloody good, King Mob. You won't be doing that. But don't upset a tiger. They don't. People say about elephants not forgetting. I read a book about a Siberian tiger. And a bunch of, actually it was Russians in Siberia, had shot it, but not killed it. And it just tracked them all down, all four of them. 3 of them were in one camp, and then one was in another. And the tiger tracked them down and ate them. I guess the other moral of the story is if you're going to shoot a tiger, be sure to kill it. Don't wait. Don't give it a chance to get back at you. that's disco rock, and it doesn't get more disco rock than that. That's Eye of the Tiger, and that's strutting your stuff on the dance floor. And see what I mean? Animals all over pop music. Can't get rid of them. This is the Flamingos.
My love must be a
Get it?
kind
The
of
Flamingos.
I can't see anyone but you. Shabam, shabam. Shabam, shabam. Shabam, shabam. Shabam, shabam. Shabam, shabam. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. I only have eyes for you. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky. I only have eyes for I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, and so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you.
Just to continue the animals theme, that particular song by the Flamingos was used in Rabbit's Moon, outstanding short film by the director Kenneth Anger. And I urge you to watch that film and enjoy that music to high-tone visuals. But now, ooh, look at that sexy old disco groove on, and I think we're going to ride the horse.
If you wanna be rich,
You got to be a bitch. 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 Bitch.
you bitch. You bitch. You bitch.
Anyway, let's get back to tigers, because I've found a track by an actress. And everyone knows actresses tell the truth all the time. They never lie, actresses. They are... I've known a few actresses over the years. I'm not saying anything more. But I will say that April Stevens was a charming actress in the 60s and a bit of a sex symbol. And back then, when records were selling, when people were actually buying almost any old record, actresses and actors were encouraged to make pop records. And they foisted this piece of nonsense on April, and, well, she makes a good fist of it.
Teach me, tiger, how to kiss you. Wow, 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 wow. Show me, tiger, how to kiss you. Wow, 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 wow. Take my lips, they belong to you. But teach me first, teach me what to do. Touch me, tiger, when I'm close to you. Wow, 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 wow. Help me, tiger, I don't know what to do. Wow, 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 wow. I know that you could love me too, but show me first, show me what to do. This is the first love that I have ever known. What must I do to make you my very own? Teach me, tiger, how to tease you. Wow, 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 wow. Tiger, tiger, I wanna squeeze you. Wow, 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 wow. All of my love I will give to you, but teach me, tiger, or I'll teach you. Tiger,
Anyway, Ben, my producer, super source of info, has just checked out April Stevens. There is some debate about whether or not she was an actress or a singer, but I think those of you that just listen to that know that she's an actress and not a singer, although obviously she sold records as a singer. So that's an actress. Anyway, the good news is April's still going. Game old gal, she's 90. And, well, big old shout out or whatever people do on the radio. Well done, April. We love you. And obviously that thing worked out with the tiger. Tiger balm, maybe she was putting that on her forehead. I occasionally put tiger balm on my forehead and I get, ooh, like a weird sort of cold sensation at the back of my skull, but you don't need to know that. Anyway, we're coming to the close, really. Have I rambled long enough? I think it's probably the last track now, isn't it? He's waving his hand with five. Did you, by the way, Ben, did you know that whole thing with the hand, the opposable thumb, that's how come we are on top of the animal kingdom, because we have opposable thumbs.
No shit, Sherlock.
And we can, well, look, you may know this, but the audience may not. Because we've got opposable thumbs, we can tool make and therefore act remotely. That's the difference between us and animals. Animals can only act directly with their physical self. We can make things, devices and tools. Oh, I love that word, tools. I actually love the word devices as well. I love everything today because I'm very happy with this animal thing, and I'm so happy with it. I'm going to carry it on next week. I'm going to do my animal thing. But I'm going to finish with Les Paul, and it's a thing called Chicken Reel, and on theme, of course. And I remember when I picked the track out, I was thinking Colonel Tom Parker, who was Elvis Presley's manager, and a very strange man, had started in fairgrounds before Elvis. He'd worked at the Carney, and he had a hot plate with a griddle underneath it, and he would put chickens on and have somebody play the banjo, and the chickens would dance. Which anyway. That was just many years ago, and I'm sure that he didn't view Elvis Presley in any way as being just like a dancing chicken that made money. Bye.
Local webcasting for a worldwide audience.